So why movies? Why this emphasis this month? For the next 4 weeks, counting today, we're going to be spending time in our worship focused on movies that are out now in the theaters. We come to worship, we hear movie music, we gather at Grace Crossing on Tuesday night to see the movies. Why? Well, one, I believe movies are just so deep in our own and corporate psyche. Let me check that. How many of you know or recognize any of these quotes? Leave the gun, take the cannolis. Love means never having to say, may the force, here's looking at you. Go ahead, make my day. And we can go on with lists, but the fact is we know them because they're a part of the movie messaging we've been receiving since we were very young, and that's true for us all. Let me illustrate that in another way, how deeply it's in our consciousness. I want you to right now in your mind, think of a movie that you have really liked. It doesn't even have to be your favorite, but a movie you really liked. If you can think of one, raise your hand. Pretty fast, pretty quick. Now think of your favorite Bible verse. Raise your hand if you can think of it. The reality is that for us, movies are more than just entertainment. They are the pulpit of social messaging and influence. The ones we like are oftentimes reinforcing our biases, and the ones we don't like oftentimes frustrate us because they talk about things we're not comfortable with. I suggest that the movies are also a powerful way for us to reflect on the faith that we have. As believers, I find that we can get ourselves so locked in to a Christianity cocoon where we hang out with Christians, we talk to Christians, and we never really understand that once we're outside of that Christian cocoon, the faith is still very much alive and evident. For me, it means that we follow how Jesus lived his life. You see, Jesus did not always stay on the religious side of the street. In fact, most of the time, he was found wandering off that side and going to the non-religious side of the street and demonstrating to us that it was there God was also present. And there with people in dialogue who came from different backgrounds and life experiences than his, discovering how God lived in their midst, and a lot of times helping to point out to us that oftentimes in those places God has the most powerful of message to deliver. So I believe that we can go to these movies and find great messaging for our faith and for our faith community. Now you'll notice that these are not even just Christian movies. No Godspell, Ten Commandments, Jesus of Nazareth are fireproof. Because I want to help us learn over these next few weeks that whenever we are going to the movies or wherever we are in society, it is an opportunity for us to reflect on faith, not to impose our faith, but rather to allow our faith emerge and be challenged, become real. And so that's why we're looking at the movies for these next 4 weeks. Finally, let me confess, I just wanted to go to the movies with some friends.